Welcome to Magic Mondays. Thank you all for being here. So I'm gonna, like I mentioned already, I'm gonna bring in some healing energy, but also kind of walk through a little bit of a healing meditation for us all. So everybody's muted, so that's good. So, all right, everybody, just relax, just sink into your space, into your seat. And what we'll do just to kind of get unified is take three deep breaths in and out together. So on the count of three, we'll breathe in. One, two, three, in and out. Fully in, deep breath in and out. One more time, in and out. Okay. Now I want everyone to tune into their bodies, to tune into your own energy, your emotions, and feel into if there's any physical pain or discomfort you've been having recently. Tune into that, tune into where it is in your body. And I want you to also tune into any emotional distress you've been having lately over the last weeks, months. Tune in to what has been causing you distress, what has been causing you any anxiety or fear, and just tune into that. And one of the things when it comes to healing, I've taken a new perspective on healing because I've realized that everything is about the flow of energy. And so when we say we need healing, kind of the old energy around the word healing is this idea that we're somehow broken. And part of that is reinforced by our physical body because if we literally break a bone, we need it to heal and fuse back together and become one piece again. And so even when we talk about ourselves being emotionally in need of healing, it typically relates to this idea that we're emotionally broken and that's why we need healing. Or if something's not going right in our life, in our world, in our day, again, this same concept creeps in that something must be broken that needs to be fixed. And even if we're not using the word broken, it's still about trying to fix something, which implies that something is wrong. And what I've come to find is the true meaning of healing is about unblocking, is about restoring flow. True healing is simply the act of restoring flow. So it's not about us being broken. It's not about us needing to be fixed. It's not even about us being shattered or in pieces and no longer whole. We are always a whole being. And when we feel that we need healing, when we feel disconnected, when we feel off, it is really just a matter of us being blocked, of us holding on to too much density, and us being in this place where we have blocked the flow of universal life force energy. And that same energy is who we are. And when we have things that block, the flow of energy constricts, just like blood through an artery can constrict and cause physical problems. In our emotional and energetic fields, it's about the flow of energy. So tonight, for our healing, we want to focus on unblocking ourselves, on freeing the flow of energy. And I feel mentally and emotionally It's a much easier concept to hold on to and to embrace the fact that we are not broken. We are not trying to fix anything. We are just freeing the flow of energy into us and out of us. We are energetic beings, so our energy flows out into the world, and the energy of the world and the universe flows back into us. And one of the things that has become very clear to me in the information and messages I've been receiving is allowing the flow of all things. And so in our lives, when we come up against things we do not like, we do not resonate with, things that trigger us because of past pain, we have a tendency to block it. We have a tendency to block anger or block sadness or block distress or block people or things or concepts that challenge us. We like to put up a wall and we like to block things out. And it's not about blocking things out, it's about letting things flow through. If something does not resonate with you, it is about allowing it to pass through you and to maintain the flow of energy of the universe in and out, and to maintain the flow of your energy in and out into the universe. And so we do not wish to create walls. We do not wish to create blocks. We do not wish to resist reality. We do not wish to resist what is. We do not wish to resist other people. Every time we try to stop something, it is trying to stop the flow of creation. Now, you do not have to agree with everyone's creation. You do not have to agree with everybody's thoughts on creation. You do not have to agree with everything the world around you is creating, but it is not about stopping it. It is about focusing your energy on an alternative. And so most of our blocks are gathered because we are trying to prevent things. We are trying to stop things. We are trying to block out certain frequencies that trigger us instead of accepting everything as is and accepting the world as is and allowing our focus to be on what we want to create instead of putting our energy into what we want to stop. So, if there are any physical ailments in your body, the physical is the last manifestation of the energy. And so there's always energetic and emotional frequencies that have created a physical buildup and created a physical ailment. And so when we release ourselves emotionally, we also help free ourselves physically. I also believe that when we have physical pain, these are signals as to areas that are blocked, that are off, that are not allowing the full flow of energy through our bodies. And it's simply a signal to tell us that energy is not flowing correctly in this area. And so we'll start with the physical and work into the emotional and energetic bodies. So any physical ailments you might have, just focus on those areas of your body and thank those physical ailments for signaling you, for alerting you that something is off energetically, that something is blocked energetically, that something is calling out to be freed. This is part of what the physical pain signals are for, to get your attention, to get to the energetic root of things. So focus on any areas of pain, thank the pain, for signaling you. Thank the pain for bringing this to your awareness. And focus on that area and imagine a rainbow waterfall coming down and washing over that area of your body, cleansing it and washing away any blockages like a river would wash away loose pebbles and sand. Imagine this rainbow waterfall just flowing through and clearing out that part of your body, removing any blockages, removing any densities that no longer serve you, clearing out that area to allow the flow of the universe to pass through with ease. And thank that body part. Thank it for all it has done for you throughout your lifetime. In fact, thank your whole body for all it has done for you, for all it has gone through physically. In this physical world, it is a demanding world. We can put a lot of demands on ourselves physically and on our body physically. And as we get older, especially if we have not been caring for our body as well as we should, which isn't always our fault because the society that we are currently in is not always focused on health. And sometimes our families are not focused on health. Our families and the society we live in has done its best up to this point, and the only way it gets better is for us to collectively focus on changing that energy, changing the type of nutrition that is put out there into the supermarkets and the type of nutrition that is available for us to consume. Focus on shifting the paradigm of food so that what is healthiest for us is that which is the most affordable, that which is the most abundant, that which is the most subsidized, so that health and nutrition becomes one of the most important aspects of our lives and of government. As we focus our positive energy on food and nutrition and physical care, we thank our bodies, we thank the energies, we give gratitude for the changes that are happening in this very world at this very moment for us to have healthier lifestyles and healthier bodies. Now we move on to any mental aspects of our life that have been challenging. Mentally, if there are things that have been weighing on your mind, things bringing you concern or sleepless nights or worry, any mental thoughts that you are having trouble letting go of, understand that the world is exactly as it should be. It is at the point of creation that was built upon all past creations, and it is always improving. Sometimes life is better than we expect. Sometimes we expect more out of life. And anytime we expect more out of life, more out of our world, more out of our governments, more out of our families, once again, these are areas to focus our energy on, to focus our thoughts on the improving of these energies, on these areas. It is our job not to complain, not to try to stop, not to prevent, not to hate. It is our job to create. It is our job to create what we do want. So anything weighing on your mind, thank it for being there. Once again, this is a form of alert telling you where things in the current world or things in your current body and system might be off, might be blocked. And so what we wish to do is focus on opening that energy, opening these doors, opening these portals. So anything that's weighing on your mind, focus on what would free that energy for you. What world would bring you peace? What do you want to see in your life? What do you want to see in your family and friends? What do you want to see in the government? And imagine that perfect scenario for yourself and put energy into creating this version of the world that you wish to see. And any time throughout your day, throughout your week, where you get tripped up mentally over the state of things, remind yourself that your energy flows in one direction. So do you want it to flow into what you don't want, or do you want it to flow into creating something new that you do want? Always focus on what you wish to see in the world, and that draws it to you like a magnet. And put your mind at ease, always knowing that things are exactly as they should be, and that things are always changing. New creations are always coming into reality, always coming into our awareness, always coming into our lives. And we wish to continue to create, to shift creation for the highest good of humanity. Always intend for the highest good of yourself and the highest good of humanity. And when we call in the highest good for humanity, sometimes it takes time. Sometimes things seem painful and distressing as they break apart and fall away to free the energy. And now we look emotionally. Things can get caught in our mind mentally, but the real depth of the energy behind the thoughts is the emotional reactions that we have to what we're experiencing, to what we're feeling. When we have a pain in the body, it is simply pain, it is simply an alert. It has no emotion itself. We put the emotion behind the pain. We put the mental anguish behind the pain. We attach to the emotions, to the mental thoughts that we have, to the judgments that we have. And so it falls on us as creators and as intelligent, sentient beings to manage our own emotions. And we do that by first witnessing our own emotions. So any emotions that have been coming up over the past few days and weeks and months, for any situations, they can be different emotions for different reasons. If you had a lot of strong emotions coming up that you do not wish to have, that you do not wish to hold on to, if you have any hate or frustration coming up, if you have any fears or anxieties coming up, these are the feelings that bring us down because they are dense, because they are heavy. And we wish to lighten them up. We wish to expand ourselves, wish to expand our energy, wish to expand our emotions. Emotions like peace and love and joy are expansive emotions. Things like fear and hate are condensive emotions. They keep us small. We wish to expand. We wish to free our energy. We wish to allow for more energy to flow and to keep flowing. And so we want to open ourselves up emotionally. And when we come across emotions that we do not like, that we do not resonate with, there's no reason to hold on to them. There's no reason to keep them trapped in our body. We thank the emotions, we thank the experience attached to the emotions because we are here to experience creation. And so we thank the experience and we let it go. We send it back to the universe. We allow it to pass through rather than trap it inside of us. So any emotions that have been weighing on you, thank them for being a part of this experience. Ask them to present to you any lessons that maybe you still have to learn. Ask them to bring these lessons to you clearly, and ask them to bring these lessons to you more gently. And your side of the agreement is to be more aware and to be more conscious so that these lessons do not have to hit you over the head like a brick, so that the lessons for you to learn in this lifetime to help you grow in this lifetime, the more you are aware of your reactions and your emotions and your thoughts and your body, the more you are aware of all of your being, the easier the lessons can be for you, and the quicker they will pass, and the quicker you will grow and expand as a beautiful, conscious being, creator of life, creator of reality. We wish to go through this life with ease and grace, still learning, still growing, but with as much ease and grace as possible. So thank all the experiences of your life. Thank all of your lifetimes for all of the experiences. They have all led to this moment. And thank all of the experiences happening in the world at this moment, for they are all part of the lessons we are all here to learn individually and collectively. And so we ask our own beings to expand, to lighten up, to flow free, to release all density, all blockages, all resistance. We ask our higher self to be with us, and we give our higher self permission in every moment to remind us that we are here to allow energy to flow, that we are here to allow experiences in and out, to allow experiences to flow through us, not get stuck within us. And we ask our higher self to remind us of this, to remind us to let go and let flow anytime we are being caught up in the density of this reality, in the density of this life. We ask our higher self to always step in and remind us where we need to let go and let flow. Take a deep breath in and ask all things to be released when you exhale. We're going to do it again with a very strong exhale. Breathe in and forceful out. And again, in and forceful out. One more time. And allow yourself to ease into a feeling of peace and release, into a space of beingness and acceptance. And remember, it is not about being broken or fixing anything. It is about releasing, letting go, and letting the energy of creation continue to flow. And focus on all that you wish to see in your life and in this world. Just take a moment and sink into these feelings and words. And I will continue to circulate the energy for you. Just imagine a flow of energy in and out, flowing through you, in and out. Imagine the energy of the universe easily coming and going through you, with you, as you. Just spend a few more moments being in the peace of the moment. And when you are ready, come back to this moment and open your eyes.